Crypto's in my wallet, digital bling. Future tech dreams, man, I'm living like a king. Build a bull hustle, stacking that green. Bass junkie beats, finest you've seen. NFT tonight, art in the ether. Virtual treasures, who's the believer? Building on base, no paper trace. Living digital in this space. On the blockchain, pixels so rare. Collectors on the hunt, we all snare. Build a bull winning, trading them fast. Bass junkie bouncing, beats gonna last. NFT tonight, art in the ether. Virtual treasures, who's the believer? Building on base, no paper trace. Living digital in this space.
Welcome everybody to another edition of NFT Tonight. I'm your boy Bill the Bull with my pal Base Junkie, back at it, talk all things Base NFTs. Base Junkie, my friend, how are we doing today?
We are doing well. It is another day to build in Base, irrespective of the markets. I think this week, it's just been amazing to see the amount of interest in NFTs and communities coming together. As I said, irrespective of the charts, red days, green days, builders are building, and things are heating up in NFTs.
Yeah, they are. First of all, I want to give a shout out to we had almost like 300 people the other day. We did almost a 3-hour live stream, or not a live stream, a spaces. That was dope. We brought all the NFT community together, Base NFTs. And it's just nice to see, the vibes. The vibes are there. Everyone's still kicking, still around. So shout out to each and every community that joined. Man, that was fun, wasn't it, Base Junkie?
Oh my days! I can't believe we ran on for almost 3 hours. Like that was a full-on marathon. I should have stretched. I needed some Gatorade. But I must say, like the vibes were high. I mean, you say like 300, like that's 300. Like at the same time, I checked the next day, it was up to like 1,600 people tuned in. So that was pretty mega. But yeah, just incredible to hear what these builders have got cooking.
Yeah, and it just kind of shows too more that it doesn't stop. Markets don't really care, and I think it was really nice for me to see too, because to be honest, Base Young, Base NFTs haven't had their spotlight yet. They just haven't. And I've always been of the belief, recently especially, that I've doubled down. I know you feel the same way. Doubling down on the sector, knowing that eventually it's going to have its time. So we can have this thesis because memes have ran, and they're still good, but it's very saturated. But NFTs will have its time. But you can think that, but you never know. However, Tuesday's space just made me even more solidified. Not only Tuesday's space, getting everyone together, the electricity, the vibes, everyone's excited. Everyone's ready for the next run. But also there's an initiative going on. The Base NFT communities, and you'll talk more about this one, are coming together for a greater good to help another on-chain creator as a refugee to get out of that area and to improve his life. Talk to us a little bit about that initiative that literally pretty much all the Base NFT communities are coming together with.
Man, this one really touches my heart. Yeah, Tuesday was fantastic. It was good vibes. It's Base NFTs, and just before we talk about hope for Isa Kilo, which is it's a movement. It's powerful, and seeing the amount of projects join that, it's inspiring, and it makes me feel inspired to be part of this movement on Base. But just before we jump away from the Tuesday mega space, seeing the electricity and how many projects are bullish on NFTs. I mean, we've spoken about it before. we've had meme season, we've had like a prolonged time, and like Solana kind of it's still licking its wounds. I mean, I feel sorry for the legitimate builders on Solana because I have friends who are in it for like long-term projects and like doing legitimate things, but like
Yeah.
Solana's been dubbed the scam chain. It's like crime season is rife, and people are sick and tired of these pump and dumps. Like even when you see governments pumping and dumping, it's like, who can we trust?
Yeah.
So having that shift in mentality, like that base builder sort of ethos, we need to preserve that. So I think we are starting to see an influx into the base ecosystem from people on other chains, looking for greener pastures, looking for a bit of stability. And I think, people are also starting to rotate that meme money into NFTs. So I think I'm aligned with you. We will see a base NFT run.
I mean, it's inevitable. I just think everything's coming together and money moves in the market, and I don't know, man. Something's just guiding me to like really double down on this. I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't think I am, but I think base, knowing where base is going to go, base's mission, again, for those that don't know, is to onboard the next 1 to 2 billion users. NFTs have to play a critical role. NFTs, I think gaming is a big thing. I've been interviewing some really big gaming founders, but even more than NFT or gaming, it has to be NFTs because people understand that. And I think me and you will be cooking a lot of stuff, especially one day when we give out like NFTs, like later down the line, like a free mint, not now, but later. Lot to cook. But back to this initiative
Yes, yes.
real quick. But yeah, talk to us about this. Well, before we get to the initiative though, for everyone, we are streaming on a couple sites. I know Base Junkies on YouTube, X. I'm on X. But we're also experimenting. Obviously, Simps. Shout out to Simps. Everything I've been doing lately is on Simps. I'm telling you right now, if you're a creator, you need to go on Simps. Um, it's a really passionate community. They tip. It's just fun, and I think it's very undervalued. Shout out to Waka Flocka. Also doing something different. Streaming on Stream today. What is Stream? Good question. It is integrated with Farcaster. I guess they've had a frame or something. So I'm really trying to double down on this Farcaster thing. It is fucking hard though to build an audience on Farcaster. Maybe people hate me on there. It's cool. I'm like invisible. But your boy Bill doesn't give up from challenges, Base Junkie. Oh no, no, no. He's gonna figure it out how to get popular on Farcaster. And I think a good opportunity is to use Stream because I haven't really seen any other client out there that allows you to stream like this, post on Farcaster, and on Farcaster you can watch it through the frame. I think something like that. Base, you need to start getting on stream. What do you say?
Yeah, man. Off air, show me how to do it. I mean, you talk about feeling invisible on Farcaster. I think I have. I hear your dog having a good time. I think I have like 3 followers over there. So
Three,
anyone,
let's go.
3, yo, shout out to you, shout out to Gist, shout out to Content.
Let's go. Big deal.
Let's,
3.
yeah, let's get that to double digits, guys. So if you are on Farcast, if you're on Warpcast and you're in the audience, give me a follow. I'll give you a follow back. It's at Base Junkie. Let's go.
Yeah, that stream in the audience. So shout out to you, stream. They've actually just created the ability to tip now as well. I think you could tip in DGen, which is kind of like the currency of Farcaster. I think that ability to tip, I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, I haven't received any, but like that whole ecosystem of being able to tip while you create content, it just motivates you. I think a lot of reasons why people, just to get on a separate topic, Abstract Chain, I think is Pudgy Penguin's chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So big thing with Abstract Chain, why a lot of creators are going there is because they're focusing on content creators. And so people are tipping them in Penguin coin or whatever it's called, Pudgy coin or,
Penguin.
whatever. The ability of a platform to allow creators to be tipped is a game changer. And the fact that Stream has that ability makes me much more interested in them. I'll be honest with you. So shout out to you, Stream. They are saying you can tip in USDC, DGen, and ETH for now. That's amazing. And as they're saying, 100% of goes to the streamer. That to me is very interesting and very much incentivizes streamers to come on. And I think that's the core ethos of the on-chain world, which is why I like Simps as well. They do the same thing. We need to start getting away from legacy media, the YouTubes, Spotify. I know they have their place out there distribution wise, but they're the ones making money, not them, not creators. So highly recommend if they're a creator, go out there. Follow Base Junkie with his 3 followers on Warpcast. I have 480. I'm a big deal, clearly.
Whoa, big fish, yeah.
Big fish. Bro, I've been trying to build a brand on that thing since like June. It's like snail's pace, man. It's so hard, but one day.
It'll get there. I think that's the thing about consistency. Like, it's the snowball effect. It just one day grows, and then off to the races.
Off to the race it is. So, all right. So talk to me about NFT land. Hope for ISA. It's ISA or is it ISA? How do you pronounce it? Do you know?
I've heard it pronounced both ways. I say Isa Kilo. I think Shill said Isa.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean Isa, forgive us for the mispronunciation. But the love is there. So
Yeah.
let me just
So
share
talk to
my
us.
screen.
Okay. Yeah. I was just gonna share.
Okay, brilliant. You got this. Okay, so Isa Kilo, he is a Syrian refugee. He's last year the Jack Butcher community VVs helped them leave Syria. Him and his 2 sons. He's a single dad. Um, Basically persecuted in the war-torn country of Syria. The rest of his family perished, unfortunately. So he's been struggling financially. Like he's been posting videos and asking people to mint out his collection. He has this collection. In fact, if you go on the link there, highlights.xyz, the base chicks, inspired by the base by the node monks. He's got this mint that's been ongoing. It's had support from. Well, I supported it. Made some videos about it. A bunch of other people in the space have. Jesse's retweeted them. The art is actually pretty. The art is dope, and the mint price is not high. But he's been like, on like trying to sell this for the longest time. And he tells about his story. He's very humble. He's honest. I mean, I say honest in the sense that he's very open about his struggles. Like you
Yeah.
see him, you see how like what he's going through. You see the conditions he's in. Your heart goes out to him. I mean, because he's in spaces. He goes on spaces. He's on the timeline. He's tweeting at different people. He's here. He shows up daily, and he's been doing so for a year, at least. I mean, he's just been in the space. So anyway, he now has tuberculosis. He's just in fact, I want to just read off a little thing that like BB888888 bait. He had a great write up. So Issa's currently in Turkey. He's raising his 2 sons on his own. He's unemployed due to language barriers and health issues as he battles tuberculosis. Last year, with the support of Jack Butcher and the VV community, he managed to escape from Syria, where he and his family endured years of hardship, including imprisonment for dissenting against the former regime. Tragically, none of his family members in Syria survived. Right now, Issa has a mint on the Base Chicks, which is yet to sell out, and the collection was curated and launched months ago with the help of Ian by Design and Yo Go Girl. So
yeah. That's first of all a very sad story, but it's it's kind of really shows the ethos of like the community standing behind one another. Let me kind of share with Shills, very a fan of the show, awesome lady. She's going to be speaking at NFT NYC a gem for the base community, NFT community for sure. So if you don't know who Shills is, please do follow her. Well, let's kind of listen in because she made a pretty good video about the whole situation.
Yeah, it's Shills. Just coming by real quick to say we have this really cool project going on right now. It is sending hope out to a very dear builder of ours, Essa, and his children in their journey from unfortunate times in Syria to Turkey, and then better places in Turkey is where we want to get them, and then eventually to Canada. This is something that ESSA has been showcasing for some time now, and there have been a lot of people involved in this overall initiative to help his migration with his children. We are asking that you take some time to look at the pieces that are in this Hope collection, which we will be selling for $1 a piece. It'll be for a 3-day period. And yes, you will have an opportunity to try to get them all if you want. I think it'll be a fun game. I know a lot of people are already wanting to do that. We have over 70 artists, 70 different individual artists, huge name artists. Not going to say who they are right now. You can read for yourself. But the point is, we together as one. That's it. We're one group. We're one big human body out to help these other humans who deserve more than what they're being given right now. And that's really it, man. Just being good rad humans. So if you could just take some time, read what it is that this is about, and maybe make some purchases whenever we get this out the door. Thanks.
Well said. I mean, I think she said we are one. And let me just kind of scroll down to kind of see. This is what everyone's doing. All these communities are coming together and they have this collection, and, you know, Topies are there. Everyone. These are NFT communities coming together for the greater good of helping humanity, helping this individual. And this is kind of what the base ecosystem is all about. We are one. We are here to help others. We are here, you know, when times are tough for somebody, come together. And if that's not powerful and it doesn't resonate with you, there's something wrong with you. I think this is how crypto is for the greater good. You know, too many people use crypto as extracting value away, but there's a lot of good in crypto, and this is case in point. So it's just beautiful to see when you posted this.
Well, I mean, honestly, like I don't think this happens anywhere else than Base. You know, like Base is the builder's chain, and this idea of working together, collaborating, it's so ingrained in the builder's mind and a mentality. And the fact that one of our brothers has fallen, you know, he's having a rough go of things right now. Like seeing all these founders, projects, communities. I mean, I see the Punk Pepins there, you know, Base Nakamigos, Primates, you know, Buck Blowns, you know, Base Nouns. I mean, there's so the regens. You know, there's so many quality projects on there, and from like builders who are, you know, have communities, have their own art projects, and everyone's, you know, coming together, and it's like, you know what, this is a way that we can, you know, unite the base ecosystem behind a common cause. And that's something that you and I are very passionate about, and that's what our mission is in the base NFT ecosystem. So it's really a great way that, you know, we can collaborate, work as one, unite, and form this you know, alliance of projects to do some good.
We need more of that. We need more projects to come and do good. It's just simple as that. Too many people are kind of like really I don't know what the word is. They're just jaded, I guess you could say, from crypto. So it's stories like these that really can resonate with people. So we had to share that. And as you said, man, we are passionate about that. It's a big thing. What we're going to be doing with the DAO. Again, for those that don't know, we're not going to be shilling it too much right now, but our whole goal is to uplift the entire base ecosystem. And we are going to be doing that through two ways. Let's see. Through DAO's World, we're going to be launching the Non-Fungible Alliance. Let me just pull this out. For those, again, who don't know, this is us, the Non-Fungible Alliance. We are supporting the base NFT ecosystem, launching on DAO's World. like we said, we stand with ISA. The whole goal of this is to uplift the ecosystem. Traders benefit because there's a tradable token. Theoretically, the price should match the assets under management of the treasury, but no guarantees. It's a meme coin. It's an experiment, but do what you want. But once that's live, then the funds in the pool, it's not my project. It's not your project. It's the Base NFT Communities project where we go and we support people. Honestly, once the fund is up and running, this would be something that I think me and you would like, put up a vote on, Snapshot and be like, hey, should we donate a portion of ETH to this fund? Imagine that, not just a mint happening to, help grants, stuff like that. So there's a lot of interesting ideas. So check that out. We'll be probably launching that next week. DAO's World will be pushing that one pretty hard as well. But yeah, this is a mission that we're very much both aligned with.
Yeah, and it is uniting projects together is the way that we rise to the top. Like I think as we do see other chains come to Base, other creators, other we see celebrities. I mean, like I just saw the not to like jump kids, but did you see the like the why are you gay? That guy, he
Which one?
launched a coin. The guy, the African interviewer who asked the other guy, he's like, why are you gay?
I don't
Do-
know
do-
that one.
Dude, it was such a it was a funny
I mean,
meme.
I probably should know who that is. I really
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a bad impression, but the point is, it was another celebrity pump and dump, but
ah,
it ran to millions because anyone with some clout or some celebrity, comes and makes money, extracts from the ecosystem, and it's like all the builders like pulling their hair out, like, guy, what are you doing? Why do we keep feeding these people? But this is a way that we have the power. We keep the power in the builder's hands. So that's why that's why I'm so passionate about DAOs. That's why it makes sense, like for us to unite together to support each other, to help raise and magnify and lift us all up because we are the ones who are building the ecosystem. Enough of these in it for a minute, you know extractors, like, nah, leave that mentality at the door. Keep that on your other chains, but Base is the place for builders, and we want to do everything within our power to uplift the entire NFT ecosystem.
well said. Yeah, Nick Cannon actually did a Solana launch. Like I'm so out of the trenches at the moment. Like I don't really know what's going on, but I was told he was in the trenches. Of course, I don't think it's going to do well.
Has he
But
launched the
no, he did. He did. I think it's hit probably like 10 million. I mean, Solana's an insider game, man. Like unless if you're like part of the cabal, like bruh, it's not even gonna be the case. Man, just on chain, just as a G. I mean, always supporting. Great comments. All right, but shout out to you, just. I know you're listening. Honestly, anything that we do, we always love your support. And I want to get just involved somehow in like a longer term thing. I think, with either the Tobies or the non-fungible alliance, I want just to have like a big role. I think just is typically it basically embodies exactly what is great about Base. It's, supporting, creating, helping, like just doesn't ever ask for anything. And I want to like, as I grow, I want to bring people along the journey if they're interested to join us. But that's kind of like what I love. Shout out to, by the way, to the 215 plus people tuning in to the number one Base NFT live stream, because I think we're the only Base NFT live stream, but I do think we're the best. Right, Base Junkie? If you don't believe in
best
yourself,
best by default? Let's go. I also, I want to give a shout out to Gist because Gist is an absolute Chad. I also want to give a shout out to Josie. He's another Chad who has been showing me a lot of love, and I want to get him involved with the project as well because you know as we are growing this, that we like for a DAO. This isn't as you mentioned before. This isn't a you project or a me project. Like we can help spread awareness and grow the platform and grow the voices of real builders, which is why it's so great to see real builders in this hope for Easter campaign. But like, we're going to need people to have proposals, and once people start making all these different proposals, empowering, having a council. I was talking to Congo of the Ape Society.
Shout out to Congo.
Shout out to Congo, my second follower on Farcaster. But
Congo.
Congo, yeah, all the homies in Farcaster.
Well, Rachel needs to. We need to get Rachel's not too active on Farcaster, but we need to get her to follow you.
Yeah. I mean, hey, let's make this a party. Let's get more. Let's get onto 2 hands. Yeah, that's the goal. Dream big.
10 or more. Let's go.
But what I was gonna say, like, I spoke to Congo of the Ape Society. Now they operate a DAO for the apes over there, and I was asking them a few questions like how they operate it, and they have a council, to help vet all the proposals, because for those of you who don't know much about DAOs, um, if you are a token holder, you have a voice, you have a vote. So if you have one non-fungible alliance token, NFA is the ticker. I think that's pretty dope. But if you have just one token, you get one vote. Obviously, there's hundreds of thousands, so you'll have more than one. But anybody who has a token can make a proposal, and the proposals can be whatever, like whatever. But the goal of the DAO and everybody who we want to support it is to support the Base NFT ecosystem. So people can be making proposals like, oh yeah, 2 ETH of this project, 2 ETH of that, but like sweep floors, support the builder, this, that, and the other. We're going to need people to form a council, people that are trusted in the space, to help go through some of these proposals, shortlist them, so that then we can put them to vote for the entire community, so that we can sift through some of the maybe like the weeds, so that we have really great proposals that can actually highlight and raise up people who worthwhile causes.
Yeah, no, and I think people will start seeing the mission clearer once it's like up and running. Like, I think the base core team, the communities, once they kind of understand up and running, I honestly think everyone probably would be down to get behind it. Obviously, we don't know; it's all experiment. But I think once it's in action, having a council, not only, but by the way, you own the token, but in our case, you also get voting rights if you own one of the base topies, which is the first ever collection supported by the DAO. So more on that as well. So if you get a topi, you also will be able to get a proportionate amount of votes. So then it gives you also access into this pre-sale of the DAO. It all works hand in hand, but the topies, we'll kind of get to that a little bit later while we see some other projects, because that's something me and you are pushing, and I think the art is sick. More importantly, I think it has the ability to put base on the map, because I don't know about you, but when I get involved in something, I'm going to give it my all. So with our platform, I wouldn't want to sleep until, the topies are in like retail stores. And then at that point, I feel like, okay, base has its first collection in a retail store. I'm done. My mission's done. Base is on the map, more so. So I don't know. I'm very passionate about literally everything we're cooking, but enough about us and our projects. Let's talk about some statistics on the base NFT market, because I think,
dude, just before we go on to the stats, just like a few seconds more about us and the base topi. Like, I love the art, and I echo your. I mean, the fact that the mission is to take a brand, be the first base brand to get into retail stores. Like, the artwork, it's family friendly. It is unique. I mean, in fact, Shields asked me, he's like, oh, she said, do you have a tiara? And I said to her, like, we don't have a tiara. We're trying to make this as unique a collection as possible, but we do have a daisy chain crown, and she was like, I love it, I love it, I
Yeah.
love it. So we are definitely trying to do something that is different, unique, new traits, like things that aren't, not a derivative. I mean, I'm looking at this tweet from Clocked. Shout out to the homie, Friday Night Spaces with him, but he is deep in NFTs and gaming across multiple chains, and he had a very valid point. Like, he said, where is this? He said, if base NFTs are going to get on the map, we need to see more originality, like less
Yeah.
derivatives, more originality. And then he actually gave us a shout out tweet um, about this, just showing the love. Shout out to the homie. But that's it. We are not a derivative chain. We are a chain of builders, chain of creatives. So many of the biggest brains I've ever met in the space, and I've been full-time crypto for 4 years, which I guess in crypto years, like I'm going great. Like I'm an old man now, but some of the best brains, big brain collaborators are on base. So we are here to bring some of the originality, bring a new flavor, and be the first base NFT in retail stores. And Bill, I know you're the man. You're the man with the connections. We'll
Yeah.
bring the art. We'll form the community. You take us to retail, take us to the promised land, and let's get base on the global stage.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's not an easy process. I feel like it's definitely gonna be work. But the one thing about me, and I think you know this by now, is I like to work and I like to manifest and I like to work towards a goal. So I have two goals: to be the number one crypto podcaster on Base. That is my goal. Maybe one day get hired by Coinbase. I don't know, but I'd be down. And number two is to get Topies into retail stores. I think if I could accomplish that, I've literally fulfilled my purpose in crypto. Simple as that. Crypto podcasting, retail store, NFTs. I've done what I could for Base. So I think though everything is in steps. Nothing's a promise, of course. Nothing's a promise. But one thing I will promise is that me and you will be giving it our all, and we're open to suggestions and things of that nature. So I look forward to exploring. I do agree with you. I think first of all, there's no shade against derivative projects. I know that's not what you're saying. It's just that it's nice to do something unique. Me personally, I'm not as big of an NFT guy in the world like you have been. So for me, I wouldn't be really getting involved with derivatives. It just doesn't really resonate with me. What resonates to me is creating the own brand, and to me, Topi is that brand that just kid friendly is important, but also DJs would like it. And like if you see in this little tweet, there's like two like little characters. One's with a cigarette, one's with the nouns glasses. I think both are amazing, and I think they're fun. So I'm ready for it. Probably launching next week. So we'll get some whitelist campaigns going on. But let's talk some statistics because I think it's really important to see. So if you guys haven't followed NFT XBT, it's basically the bot that's just for NFTs. It's just like what's that other one? AI XBT or
Yeah.
yeah, the quant that's just like a trader. But anyways, when that meta comes up, that one did really well. So NFT XBT is only for NFTs. Similar concept. And I thought this was an amazing tweet yesterday, and I had to just share it. Base chain making moves, $641,000 in volume, but rocking $57,000 plus of NFT transactions in 24 hours. 113K traders on the ground. Transaction spikes signal growth zone. Watch those social media buzzes. What's your first thought when you saw that, Base Junkie?
Man, it's like when you see, do you remember the movie Godzilla? And
Of course.
there's the glass of water, and it just you see those like sort of like that tremors, like it just starts to wobble. I feel that that's where we are currently in the base NFT ecosystem. I mean, the fact that right now there's so much chop in the market is like, are we bullish? Are we bearish? Are we touching grass? Are we built like like you look at the timeline, you would forget that we are like Bitcoin's in the high 80s. Like it's not the end of the market. It's just an accumulation for those who have dry powder. So the fact that we are seeing this sort of volume in the NFTs on Base, it it demonstrates our point of, we are seeing this rotation. Like we had these hunches, like, okay, this will likely happen. This makes sense because people are tired of Solana. People are tired of memes. It's probably going to rotate into Base and rotate into NFTs. And the fact that we're seeing this kind of volume in this kind of, like, I mean, right now the fear and greed, we're in 25. It's a fearful market, and we're seeing volume like this. Man, I think this is a sign for things to come.
It is. And I think like those are statistics that many people not necessarily see. So just imagine what's going to happen when volume does return to the overall greater market, because we're truly risk off. I think for the most part, unless you're true degen, most people aren't really aping anything new. So I think, and for anyone interested in more TA and more overall market outlook, I highly recommend you check out my live streams with Chaos Chris every Wednesday, where we talk about all coins across all chains. You should come on that one sometime, Base Junkie. We can talk about Solana shitcoins. But yeah, this to me is like when the market sentiment returns, things are gonna go parabolic on everything. But just seeing the strength right now in the overall market NFT landscape prior to really full on risk on, it's beautiful to see. It's just a showcase of what's to come. So I don't know. I had to share that because I was just like, wow, that's pretty amazing. So why don't we look at some collections? What's been popping these days? What do you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check it out. I mean, we spoke to so many great projects on Tuesday. Like, I mean, you have you got some great contacts. I've got some great contacts in the space, and we reach out to even like other projects that we don't that we don't even like are friendly with or holders of. And it's just like hearing that people are building. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
come on. Like, it's not like, I think everyone is, it's easy to get, head down and like focused, but then to come out and like, show out at a base party with other collections, just like so many bullish things coming. I mean, like, dude, I'm not sure if you had a first one that you wanted to talk about, but like, dude, shredding sassies, like
Yeah, let's I think we should hit up Shredding Sassies. And by the way, shout out Shredding Sassies. Want them on the show. I think we should definitely have them on. Actually, he knows the invite's always there. I think you guys are friends, right? Portugal buddies.
Yeah, I mean, he won't. He's terrible on the DMs, so I question it sometimes. But but yeah, we chopped it up at the skate park, and we actually kind of, it was a bit of a meet cute. Like, someone asked me what I did in crypto, and at the time I was like, oh yeah, junkyard dogs. He told another friend of his, he's like, oh, I'm in crypto too. He's like, oh, I just met this guy, founder of Junkyard Dogs. He's like, no way, that was the first NFT I ever bought.
Yeah.
So yeah, we met, and it's like, oh dude, like, oh, homie. So instantly hit it off, and yeah, it's amazing. I remember at the time he was like, yeah, so we're gonna start this thing, shredding sassies, and I was like, okay, well, that sounds kind of cool. But
Nice.
seeing what it became and is evolving into, man, those guys do not quit, and yeah, the narrative is solid, and the community is electric. It's no surprise seeing what the floor price has been doing this past week.
No, exactly. And so Shredding Sassies, next time you're around, please come on the show. And honestly, if you're a real builder, legit, and especially if you're on our space, we know you're pretty legit, hit us up in the DMs. Ideally, we'd like to have a guest every single week, just to talk, give exposure, amplify. Eventually, when the DAO gets into existence and the topies, there'll be a little bit of requirement there, such as holding a topie. But until then, come explore. We want to uplift and help, your communities, because I think we learn a lot. And I think our audience likes it too. Shout out to the 299 tuning in today. We're slowly making this progress, man. By the way, your numbers are pretty fucking good, dude. You guys love Base Junkies NFT stuff. You're dwarfing my numbers right now, sir.
Hey, the homies are showing up.
Homies are showing up.
That's what's up. By the way, guys, I just got some real time alpha, not alpha, but warning. The Pepe account was just hacked. At Pepe on Twitter was just hacked. They're posting a bunch of
The main one?
the main one.
Mm.
Yeah, at PEPE hacked. So it's got a contract address on there. Do not engage. Stay safe.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of scammers out there. But yeah, let's look at 7-day volume. I always like to look at 7-day volume for base NFTs, and we will get to. I will say though, Hippio babies, I'm not a fan, and I'll tell you why. Because to me, what I've gathered is they literally don't give a fuck about base. I think they just are trying to extract value to go onto their chain, which is fine. Hyper liquid, exactly. But I just want to kind of throw it out there. From what I hear, they literally don't care about base. I think they were talking shit about base, to be honest with you. If for whatever reason someone in the wealthy Hippio babies wants to correct my statement and come on, that's fine. But based on some tweets that I saw from others in the community, it seems to me that they are just strictly extracting value from base. And just for that alone, I literally just left a sour taste in my mouth. Do you have any thoughts on them?
I mean, it's 100% echoed. I saw those tweets and I was kind of disappointed, to be honest,
Yeah.
because like Ramelia art, like yeah, that's kind of like playful fu kind of vibes. Like we're different. We're like on the cusp, and we are like edgy. I'm like, okay, edgy's cool. Edgy, I can vibe with that. And the artwork, Wealthy Hippie Babies, yeah, great. The floor price going up. I'm like, congrats to all the holders, like amazing. And then sort of like seeing the tweets where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna like leave the trailer park and onto hit hyper liquid, and then like just like a bunch of like like just like sort of like slamming base tweets. I was like, you guys, there's edgy and then there's just a bit tacky, and I was like, these guys don't exude class, and like not. I don't know. I agree with you. Like it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, and I was like, all right, well, I hope you guys had fun. Like I hope your community made a lot of money. No hate, but not the vibe that I'm down with.
Not at all. Not at all. By the way, this is something completely different, but I'm shouting out Gist right now in our room. 1 second. Because I just happen to know 1 second. For everyone that doesn't know, we have a Let's Touch Base community room. Myself's in there, Rachel on Chain's in there, and obviously Base Junkies in there, and a lot of little supporters. So anytime if you're a part of our community, we always want to show you love. But I guess just had like a book on Warpcast saying, he imagined a story crafted from beginning and turned it into a book that's now selling on Amazon. So I don't know if that he was the ghostwriter for this or this is actually his book, but I just want to give some shout out to Gist because I think that's pretty incredible. You should check.
I mean, that's super impressive. I mean, he's a good writer. He sent me some I think like fan lore. He's a lore creator. He made it for base colors, and it was a story about like basically he wrote a background story of the different colors, the emergence of it, and I was like, man, this is like this is a fun read. It was a long read. I was like, I should have sat down, when I started it, but like shout out to Gist. I read the whole thing, and I was like, you got some talent. So wishing you all the best.
Absolutely. So shout out to that. All right. So back to the collection. So yeah, Wealthy Hippio Babies. We don't mess with that vibe. I think you guys are making. I think you guys are short sighted. So you don't mess with our vibe. I literally don't want to talk to you. So let's go through I've never heard of anyone talking about Oracle Patron NFTs. I have no idea what those are. But 77 ETH volume, good for them. C Punks have come out of nowhere, 30th volume, over 2,907 sales. I assume C Punks probably has a lot in their collection. No, 3333. Interesting. It's a lot of volume. Wouldn't you agree? See, like this to me,
For
listen.
that floor price, for that floor price, like how do you get that much volume? Unless there's a few, unless there's like a few sort of high sales to sort of boost that number up.
Or wash trading.
I mean, exactly that. Yeah, like selling a couple grails for like 10 ETH sales is like, well,
Yeah, I probably sure is some wash trading, but like, no shit of this. And again, I'm all about builders building, and I'm happy for people to do it. But if I'm a collector, I don't see the appeal in this. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel certain projects, whether you like it or not. And again, no shade at all, just my opinion. But like to me, this is a derivative project of punks, but like it's just colored blue. So it's like, how is this gonna go into retail stores? Why is this special? To me, it's like if I'm gonna invest in something, and correct me if I'm wrong, Base Chunky, but if you feel it the same way, like when you look at something, don't you ask yourself why this is special and why I would invest in it? Because that's what I ask myself.
of course. I mean, you have to ask yourself that, like, what is different about this? And I would like to clarify one big difference in derivatives because this again, not to throw shade, like it's blue
Throw
punks
shade, bro. Throw shade.
sling the mud, but like, I mean, it's blue punks. Like sea colors. Like I guess you could make a nice collage out of this because I guess they're all sort of that sort of like sort of color palette. But this doesn't do it for me. This doesn't like get me excited. But I will talk about a derivative project that is more than a derivative project. And like there's two types of derivative projects. One is one that sort of piggybacks off somebody else's IP and just sort of like the value was created in the original, and you're like, okay, let me just make a few little tweaks and try and get some money. But then there's the other type of derivative, the one that I am all for, and Bill knows what's up, where you take the original idea, you create something new from it, and that right here is no punks.
Absolutely.
So
Totally
like
agree.
I mean, they're the pioneers of the no meta. Like they
Well,
know.
to me, this is not even a derivative anymore, right? I like this to me is unique. It's different. Why would I buy this? This is not a derivative. This is new. They taken a concept and created their own. So I don't even view this as a derivative. I view this as its own separate thing. They've created their own meta, the like no meta. And their community is super loyal. I think this is one of the most undervalued. Like I remember like a couple months ago when we first started the show, I asked you what is your top 2 collections on base. You listed this as one of them. I see it now. I see it. I see something different. And again, the community is second to none. Shout out to Toro. Shout out to Shills. Shout out to that community. But yeah,
Astro Hollow.
yeah,
Those
all
are
of
the
them.
founders. So many chads.
So many. And so yeah, for me, this is not a derivative anymore, but this is unique. And so I would get down with this. The blue seals, the punk seals make zero sense to me, unless if I'm just trying to, hey, founder, here's my money. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for not just taking my money. Thank you.
Yeah, like what do you get excited about? Blue, the color blue.
Why
Like
don't we make a red punk, a red like safari punks? So what I'm saying is, again, I don't want to talk shit, but listen, sea punks, do your thing, make your money. But if you're a collector on this show, just think about things that have a little bit different value. So sea punks, they're on-chain guys. Haven't talked about them much. I know they are building Hello, and they have that whole gaming NFT ecosystem or AI agents. So I don't really know much about on-chain guys, but they're a staple. 27th. We have this Blaze entity coming out of nowhere. For a price of 0.05. I'm curious to know what the 2,725. Okay, different. It's kind of cool. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, different, cool. It's not something I necessarily would like, but it's cool. Like I said, community's forming. Um, Kemenakaki, they're still, 0.08 floor, no punks 0.03, shredding sassies as we talked about 0.04. Miggles is very underwhelming to me. I'll be honest with you. I'm very disappointed with the Miggles NFT. If I'm being honest with you, like I'm a big holder, but I'm very disappointed. You want to know
bro,
why I'm disappointed?
I do, but I just want to say, like, this is like
Yeah.
honest review time. So don't pull the punches. I want to know. I hold Miggles. There's things I like about it. I spoke to them on one of your shows, but tell me what's happened.
them not showing up or having a representative come on Tuesday really soured my mood on them, because I reached out to Thank You Base God, instantly came on. Shout out to the Thank You Base God community for the big disciple coming on, and that's a big project. Miggles and Thank You Base God is not only with the token but also the NFTs, and they come in to represent. Miggles just disappointed me. And the reason why, I know the token's separate than the NFTs, but it's just like, okay, if the main guy can't come on, the artist couldn't come on, fine, because they had his own reasons. If I'm a founder of a project, or I'm a loyal community member, I'm gonna make sure that someone else comes to represent what we're about, because I'm dying for the opportunity to kind of push one of these things, because I want to share my passion. I want to share my vision. So if someone came up to me and we couldn't come on to Base Topies, guarantee you we will go in the background and be like, hey, we can't come, but we want X, Y, and Z to come. Get us up there. They brought nobody at all. And that was super disappointing, because they haven't really done anything, and their floor price is just going to shit. And again, I don't judge everything by floor price. What I do judge things by is effort. Effort to me matters. I can live with an up and down floor price. I can live with something going down. That's out of your control. But the one thing that I have a disdain for is effort. If you don't put in effort, that's concerning to me. So honestly, Miggles is not necessarily on my top. The NFTs, the token I still have hope for, but the NFTs not anymore. If they can't even come on a space or have a representative of their community come to be a part of something, what faith do I have that they're going to be in retail stores? What faith am I going to have they're going to put in the work to kind of, put their brand to where it needs to be, the effort involved? I'm losing a lot of confidence. So that's my thoughts.
It's valid, man. It's valid. We had. I mean, I'm looking at the top 10, and we actually had like a bunch of the top 10 projects on the spaces. I mean, 1,600 people tuned in for that. Like, it's great to see, projects coming together, and as well with this. I'm bullish on all the projects. Like, I need to do more research. I'm bullish on all of the projects that are contributing to this Hope for ESA campaign, because
Absolutely.
I don't. There's 75 projects. Like, I don't know all of them. I'm not in all of the. I'm not a holder of all of them. I'm not in all the group chats. I don't know the communities behind it. But the fact that they have that mentality, that builder support builder sort of ethos, and Issa is down on his luck. He's single father, sick. You know, trying his best. And the reason why I love Issa, is the fact he puts in the effort. Like I, you like messages to Jesse are kind of like, a few and far between. Like, you don't want to DM him too much, but I used one of my wishes to him, like a few months back, like, hey man, check out Issa Kilo. He puts in the time, because
Yeah.
he is there. Like, he's daily he's daily on, like, on Twitter, letting people know, doing his part, doing what he can, and just building. So that grit, you
Yeah.
gotta respect it. You gotta love that.
That grit is what, if the leader of base can get up and support and push and really just try to make this chain what it is, if he can do it and he shows up every fucking day, that man, and he has a kid, I have much respect for Jesse. If he's putting in that type of effort and your NFT project is not doing literally 1/10 of that, like, man, that's just not the vibe. And so if my implore anyone in this space, if you're a community member, if you're a base builder, put in the effort. It shows. It shows. And that is honestly, it should be everyone's like advice. That's pretty common sense, but like, too many lazy people, man. If you want to push something, you got to put in the effort, but people will notice that. So yeah, man, I didn't expect to shit on Miggles NFTs, but hey, if you're listening to this, and I'm a big holder of Miggles NFTs, do better. Do fucking better, in my opinion. Put in more effort. But anyways, Arwalk, I'm always gonna have love for Arwalk. Legendary is an amazing individual, and he's helping us with the Non-Fungible Alliance. in our base topies. I think right now, let's just, before we wrap things up, let's just kind of share some topies so people can kind of see what's going on. And again, we're not asking anyone to buy. We're not asking. We just want people to know that we're in this. We want what? Look at this. I love the tagline: 8,888 base builders united to spread positivity across the base ecosystem and beyond. The Topia are coming. I love the logo. Very, very good. When's the website coming out? Do you know?
Uh, in the coming days, I think we'll have the full website. Right now, we have the loading page. So if you do want to want to see,
Yes.
coming,
Let's put that on. Yeah. Let's.
there it is.
Yeah.
Basetopia, because that's what the Topia are building. Topi are coming, and they are building Basetopia.
I like this website. Yeah, this is something we're cooking, man. And like I said, if you're a builder, you just need to put in the effort. Here's a few designs. I really want to scoop up the cigarette one. I think cigarette traits are so dope. So far, which one's your favorite in the trait?
Well, I've got my base junkie one with the base junkie
Yeah,
hat.
that's
But I do love this. If I scroll down, today's tweet, I think this tribal mask,
oh, that's good. And I love
it's
that. I love the ticker today. Not all heroes wear capes. This one does. That's such a good one.
yeah, it's he's he's dope, and also our artist, I was talking to him yesterday, and he's agreed to do some live art. So,
Ooh,
I mean,
get him on
maybe
stream. Would you want to get on stream?
he's down to do streams. Like, yeah, he is like it's a pleasure to watch him work because I mean, Bill, you see my art in the background. Yeah, I'm a good concept artist, but like to be working with someone who gets you, gets the vision, gets what you're laying down, and then makes it just incredible.
Chef's kiss.
Oh man, like we have a really solid team. So
Oh,
uh,
amazing team. Amazing team. Everything is coming together, and I think everyone's doing their own thing. I'm very excited for what the Topies can do for base. And I think actions speak louder than words. Again, I don't even care if it sells out right away. I'm very excited to be a part of something that I think can be greater. And I think between the Topies and the DAO, I think the non-fungible alliance, I think it's going to take base by storm. I think once it's up and running both, I think people like Jesse are going to really like it, and I think the base ecosystem will rally behind it. So I'm excited, man, and I think we're going to keep the prices pretty low to give opportunities for everybody. I think the mid price whitelist, if we'll announce some details, I think it's like 0.007 or 0.008. I don't know, something small. And then the mints of the public is only 0.01, so it's like $20. But I'm excited. I think NFTs give you the opportunity to eventually get in on the ground floor, and I like that idea. It's no cabal. It's no like insiders. Like, hey, believe in what you have. This is the project. Get in ground early if you want. Fade it if you want. Doesn't really matter. But it's cool. And shout out again to the over 400 people tuning in.
dope. I mean, on a
Yes,
week like this, I mean, dude, that right there is an indicator that things are heating up in NFTs
Yeah.
because the number of viewers is growing and growing. More people are interested in NFTs. Like it's gonna snowball. And one of the things I like about us doing this collection kind of now, like before things really like take off, is that the people that are here have the opportunity to get in early
Yeah.
before like the days of 21 where like you sell out in minutes. Yeah, it was like you know everyone's fighting to get into a project, because it's like this is a hot thing right now. The next hot thing's going to be tomorrow. I need to get in. I need to get out.
Yep.
But like, now, before the wave, like the fact that like we are laying down the groundwork, and people can join. The people that are here before the masses arrive, like you guys are in. You guys are in.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. No, I absolutely agree with you. And I think as things progress, and I mean, over 400 people on like a dead day like today, we're making it just shows again more interest in NFTs. More people are following us. So I think, we're doing something good. But I think also, You know, as we go on, yes, there's probably more projects starting to pop into space. But yeah, another good thing about us is whenever you get into one of our projects, you get what will, especially the DAO, then we'll probably be able to onboard. Thinking is all the whitelists from new projects are going to want to work with the DAO, then we can give it to our communities. So it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, listen, I think that's it. I think this has been a great show. If you guys are around later today, Rachel Rose and myself will be doing our Let's Touch Base in 2 hours. We're going to have the JuiceBot team. Huge fan of them. If you guys want to know more, they're my personal favorite when it comes to a trading bot or a trading wallet on Telegram or something. I mess with JuiceBot. No one else. I think it's great. So come hang out. We always love to have people. Any last words from you, Base Junkie, before we wrap things up?
Yeah, dude, if I can share my screen just for a minute, just to give a shout out to some of the projects that are contributing to this hope for Isa Kilo. I think there's so many. I'll share my entire screen. Hang on. In fact, there it is. Isa Kilo. All right. Yeah. So, so many great projects contributing. We see some no punks, Ibidmo. We see a beautiful collage. Hitch.base, Cowpoke, Zeki. I mean, guys, go onto Isakilo's page and check out some of the artwork. These are all minting for $1 in a few days' time. It's going to be a 3-day long open edition. Are you going to collect them all? Are you going to try and get the art that you like? But I mean, BB888 Bait is an absolute Chad. One of the guys organizing this, absolutely has my respect. And Shills for putting this together, and Cowpoke putting this together, organizing, and just lighting the beacon. And so it's really inspiring to see the amount of base builders that took up the cause, took up the fight to help one of our brothers in need. So yeah, guys, check out Isakilo's page. Stay tuned for when the open edition mint is. It's only gonna be $1 each, but it's for a good cause. So yeah, loads of just banging art, great artists, great mission, and yeah, just happy to be a part of it, and happy to share some light on such a noble cause.
Absolutely. And again, shout out to you. Just huge supporter of us, and we're a huge fan of you. Shout out to you. All right, everyone. That wraps it up. NFT Tonight with your boy Base Junkie, myself, every Thursday, noon PST, 3 Eastern, and whatever time it is in Europe. What is it? 8?
It's 9 p.m. now.
9. Well, starting at 8 European time.
Exactly. 8 p.m. UTC.
8 p.m. UTC. We're worldwide, baby. Unless if you live in Australia, then it's like probably the middle of the night. So sorry for you guys. But can't win them all. All right, guys. Until next time, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Stay based.